Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Zeratar, and today we are rocking out with a little bit of Grim Dawn, mostly because the WoW servers are down.
We paid a heavy price, but the trap worked.
You seem surprised.
It's been a while since we've had a win. How long will it hold?
I've never entrapped a being like this, but the bonds hold, for now.
How do we dispose of it?
I'm just a witch. You're the soldier.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
How do you kill a spirit, though?
If you kill the mortal vessel while it's bound, the spirit may perish within. If it escapes...
It's listening to us.
What are you?
Others of your kind name us ethereal.
Why have you invaded our world?
Your world. We existed first, but were managed by your corrupt gods. Your kind opened the way, and now we return to reclaim what by right should be ours.
I've heard enough of this rubbish. Let's hang it.
Destroy this vessel, and I will find another. I have tasted its desires and emotions. Your kind is weak. You have already lost this war.
Do it.
Captain!
Cut him down!
What? Are you mad? Better safe than sorry.
The spirit has fled!
This is a human now.
The captain is correct. When they awaken, they won't remember a thing.
The ethereal was right. The war is lost. We're a resistance now, and we need every human survivor we can call to our cause. Maybe this one here can still die with some honor. If they ever wake up, send them to me. If they don't, bury him deep with the others.
And that's how we start. We were hanged, and now we're just hung because we're going to be swinging some big dick energy in here.
Still drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard, I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life. You were possessed, so we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue. He's up the road, in the courtyard. Don't make me regret cutting you down.
There's something to be said for having, small studios still put in more work into their game than most of the big name studios.
You're not looking too bad for someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you are that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you. The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the burial hill. just beyond town. I want you to go to the burial hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it. You will need to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms, too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
Sounds good. Go make sure the corpses stay dead. So this game was very basic on the surface and very not basic once you actually got into it. Like very, very simple, just point and click, hold left click over a target to attack. You know, pretty standard stuff. It was a game that, in the early parts of the game, like where I am right now, it heavily favors exploration, which is something that not many of these games really do. Like Diablo 3 had some exploration to it, but not a huge amount. And don't you worry, we're there we go. Level 2. Now let's see here. We are going to start off with the Shaman. So we have all of these classes. And this game is pretty unique because after a little while, after you've picked your first class, you get to pick a second class, and the two of them merge. And you get the powers of both. So we are going to start off this game with our lovely Shaman. You need to invest points into the passive Shaman tree. The more points you unlock down here, the more things become available up here. For right now, we really just want to get to Primal Strike. Once we can get to Primal Strike, we'll be in business. So for right now, we're going to add 1, 2, 3. That's going to give us much more, a bit more physique, a bit more cunning, more spirit, more health, more energy. And then next level, we get to, we get our main ability that we will be rocking out pretty much the entirety of the rest of the game. Probably don't want to be standing in that. This game is full of hidden passageways you can only open after you've reached a certain part in the game, so you have to come back and, re-explore if you want. But it's always an if you want sort of thing. So it's kind of Metroidy in that way, but you're not often forced back to these places. And if you miss them, well, you miss them. You go through this game 3 separate times, at least. You go through it on normal difficulty, and there we are. That's what I was looking for, was this lovely greatsword. That's what we wanted. There we are. So you go through it on normal, and one of the things that has popped up, I saw it again in Diablo 4. One of the things that popped up in D4 is while you're going through it on normal mode, you have the option to do it on plain normal mode or an option called veteran mode. And what veteran mode does is it gives everyone, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a bit more health, a bit more damage, all the enemies that is, a b And, you know, it makes the game a bit harder, but in return for that, stuff gives a bit more experience, they drop a bit better loot. There we go. There we go. Alright. So stuff drops a bit better loot, you know, that's always nice. And it makes the transition after you've beaten the game on normal. You then go into a slightly harder difficulty, and then a harder difficulty, and then another harder difficulty after that. So you have to beat the game at least 3 times. Going from the base normal game into the secondary difficulty of, I believe in this game it's called Elite, is a bit of a challenge. But going from Veteran into Elite is a much smoother transition. You're already used to the more difficult bosses and more difficult minions running around. So things doing a bit more damage, well hell, they've been doing a bit more damage this whole time, and you've learned to overcome that. So any game that has that Veteran setting, I highly recommend using it. Not only for Grim Dawn, but for Diablo 4 as well. It will make the transition to the secondary difficulty much smoother, instead of feeling like you're running face first into a brick wall. Even if you're not super great with games like this, doesn't really matter too much unless you're only ever planning on playing on normal. But given that for games like this, if you really want to experience everything that the game has to offer, some dungeons, some bosses don't appear until you're at a higher level. And for Diablo, you can't earn renown past a certain point with the different factions until you're into the following difficulty levels. So unless you're only going to play through once for the story and then you're done, in which case, maybe don't pay that much money for Diablo 4. I feel like you're not going to get your money's worth. Always play on Veteran mode. It will just make life so much easier in the long run. Now that said, one of the other amazing parts of this game, and these are not voice acted, is you can randomly find these. These are logbooks, and when you read them, you will earn some experience. Woo! Not much, but a little bit. And then it pops up over here. You have access to every log you found. And these really help to flesh out the world. Can I drag this window? No. Oh my god, that window is so far away from where my microphone is. That's kind of annoying. Autumn fogs are appearing early this year, but traffic remains unusually high. There's a steady flow of small craft coming down from Malmouth and other townships to the northeast. Some of these boats are barely afloat, burdened with what looks like people's every possession. These travelers, sometimes entire families, bring with them strange tales of wars and the unnatural. Bunch of hogwash riling up the soft townsfolk. Can't complain though, keeps the dock busy. Most are westbound, trying to get as far away as they can. The lads at the docks are starting to lose their nerve. Some have talked about setting out west themselves, but I've assured them this is all nonsense and will pass. Youth are easily caught up in the energy of the moment. And yes, unlike World of Warcraft, I do plan to read all of the logbooks that we can find. Because they really do help to give you a sense of what the hell was going on here. Is there not a way up here, really? Bastards. And you can see on the map there, like, there's that little rock, so there actually is not a way past there. At least not that I see. So not only is exploration rewarded with, logbooks that you can find Alright, we have this now. And that just makes life grand. So yeah, if anyone saw the name on the character select screen and was like, why the hell did you name my character Shock and Awe? Yeah, that was why. Because we just do that. At least for right now. You know, right now that looks great and works really well. Especially with this weapon, which I don't think I ever really showed. This lightning does pure lightning damage. It's also adding 15% to your lightning damage. And it has a 10% chance on hit to release a concentrated burst of static energy, which passes through foes and does more lightning damage. Which is where that random AoE was coming from when I was... Yeah, that. So, it's great fun. Whack. Yeah, that's just awesome. Uh-oh. We have more logbooks to read. Oh boy, oh boy. Ah, there is an elite here. Not anymore. There we go. Alright, so we've got some lovely stuff now. Well, I don't need that. I would like that. There we are. No, I don't need that. Or that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, we still have quite a bit of this place to explore, don't we? Hey, level 4, look at that. So. So what we're gonna do right now, I think we're going to skip that one for the moment. Well, maybe. So we're gonna take that ability. I'm assuming that's Mogdragden. Mogdragden? Mogdragden. There you go. Which is going to give us some... it's going to give us more damage. It's going to give us physical damage, which part of which is going to be converted into lightning from our sword. It's going to give us health regen and energy regen. Lovely stuff. And then we're just going to add 2 more points into our base shaman tree. We don't really need anything else just yet. Eventually we'll start picking other stuff up, but right now we're just going to go with this. So we're going to come over here. We're going to add Mogdragden's pack. Activate that, so that's going to reserve part of our energy, so we can't use this energy anymore. But we're going to get health regen, extra damage. Oh, right, I forgot. We also get points up here to spend. And we're going to toss these into physique, because that's going to give us not only extra health, but on page 2 you can see our weapon attack here is 25 to 102. Really? You're not going to go up? Well, that's unfortunate. Bonus health. Increases capacity for pain. Critical hits. All that fun stuff. Let's head on over this way. So you want to talk about another long game, like a game that is probably something that will probably take me longer to complete than Lore Master. It's this game. So these videos will probably be much more long form because half an hour isn't really going to get you very far. So those are our lovely teleportation portals. We can use those to travel back to town. We also have our town portal ability, which gets extra fun if you find yourself playing with someone else, because you can use their portal and they can use your portal, and you can kind of daisy chain your way around. Now that said, I will say there are a lot of systems, especially later on in the game. Ooh, I keep messing with my Primal Strike. That's not cool. There are a lot of systems later on that I have never gotten to play with. There is a lot to this game later on. Ooh, maybe I do want that cooldown reduction. You're not dying? Come on now. You gotta die. There we go. Now before... Oh, hey, friends. I was not expecting all of you. There we are. Now before we dive into this cave, we have some more stuff to read. So we have entry number 1. I am currently en route to the village of Burwich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near and the swamps of this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night, I've reluctantly taken up lodging in a small, squalid town in Lower Crossing. Perhaps I am weary from my hurried travels, but I feel as if there is a strange pressure and electricity to the air. It is almost akin to the still before a thunderous summer gale, but yet the sun shines and not a cloud is to be seen. Everything seems as it should, but in my gut I feel that something terrible will soon come to pass. And then entry number 2. As I was packing to resume my journey to Burwich, my assistance was urgently requested at a logging camp in the old grove west of Devil's Crossing, where strange animal attacks have left 3 lumbermen listless and pale. Upon arriving, I received the somber greeting from the foreman, who informed me that the bitten workers had gone mad and fled the premises. They were reported to have spoken in an unknown tongue. The foreman showed me the remains of the animals, 2 gray foxes and a hound suffering from some sort of horrific mange, lay in a hastily dug pit behind the outhouse. The foreman told me that the animals suddenly died when confronted by the workers, and a strange green vapor emanated from their remains. Shortly afterward, the 3 lumbermen fell ill and their mental state rapidly deteriorated. It appears that my presence in this region is most warranted. Let's hop on into this cave and see what's going on. Oh look! People! Already! Oh, you know what? I have left, haven't I? Yes, I have. Let's grab... No, not yet. Let's just pump more into Shaman for right now. we want to try and get to those augmentations for our primal strike ability as soon as we can. Now, where is our bossy boy? I know he's here somewhere. There he is. He's angry. Oh, and it does not help when we miss our ability. Or when we miss it a second time. There we go. Is it that button? It's that button. There we are. Let's get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Okay. Or don't. It's fine. You know, I haven't played this in a good while, but I do know that the last time I played this, I was not missing my attacks nearly this much. But down he goes. Jesus Christ, all those misses. Alrighty, down he goes. Alright. There we are. So now at this shrine, I need to sacrifice one of those crystals I just picked up. That's perfectly fine with me. And now what that's going to do is something even worse. So not only do we have our lovely shaman tree here that we're going to put more points into, but now we have access to our very first devotion. Are you ready? This is the devotion tree. It is constellations. To unlock, let's say this one, I require one. What is that? Order? It is order. So the different colors match up with different affinities. You start here at the crossroads. The crossroads mark the changing of ways, the opening of endless possibilities. So you pick any of these, and they will give you certain passives. Like this one will give me 18 offensive ability and one, what the hell's the purple? Ascendant affinity. For opening Ascendant, I could then move on to the Falcon, which will give me, different things. All the way up to, you can actually augment your attacks with some of these. So this will give me a 15 chance on hit, and I could add this to, let's say, my Primal Strike ability. So Primal Strike would, on top of everything else it's doing, have a 15% chance on attack to launch 3 projectiles that will pass through enemies, dealing 8% of my main hand damage, plus 38 physical damage, plus 213 bleeding damage over 3 seconds. Yeah, they get pretty good. The one that I really want is down here, where it's going to give me, bonus cold damage and offensive ability, bonus lightning damage and offensive ability, bonus health and chaos resistance, bonus crit, bonus frostburn damage, bonus electrocute damage, more offensive ability, base lightning damage to everything, plus cold damage, plus lightning damage. And then something I can augment an attack with, 100% chance on critical attack. You will do something that affects 6 targets, dealing 12% of your main hand damage, plus 70 to 269 lightning damage, plus 356 electrocute damage over 2 seconds, plus you will stun your targets for 0.4 seconds, plus you will have 12%, you will reduce the target's elemental resistances by 12% for 3 seconds, which will make them take more damage from your lightning. Like, the game is absolutely bonkers when you actually start getting into it. And we're still not done with systems, because in my inventory right now I have these shards. And these lovely little shards, like for this one here, I can take this and add this to my weapon. Yes. Now on my weapon, so I still have the base lightning damage, and then more lightning damage, and then plus 15% increased lightning damage, and 28% physical damage converted to lightning, plus the 10% chance attack on hit to do the lightning sphere. And now I also have an additional 1 to 5 lightning damage, plus 12% lightning damage, plus 10% physical damage converted to lightning damage, and a new ability, Lightning Nova, which I could cast. It's on a little bit of a cooldown, but it costs 25 energy. It has a 4.8 meter radius. It does 22% of my main hand damage, and then 38 to 203 lightning damage. So we can just go ahead and slap Lightning Nova right here, and it tells you that you're getting that ability from an item. And now we can kaboom. And that is doing more damage than my Primal Strike. So if I run over here and I see these guys and I go kaboom, and then I go kaboom, and now I have 2 different AoE buttons, which is absolutely lovely. Which is especially good when I completely whiff my my Primal Strike attacks. Oh boy. Nothing like popping out into the middle of a big old fight. Nicely done, nicely done. Hey, look at all these guys. There we are. So yes, there are many, many, many systems to this game. Ooh. And this is right here. The Putrid Den, a dangerous domain. Ooh, very dangerous domain. I feel like I probably shouldn't be in here. Come on now. Get rid of all that stuff. Yes, I need more healing tonics. Absolutely. Cool. I'm just trying to clear out as much as I can before I find the boss. I think I found the boss. Yep, there's the boss. Oh, Jesus. Hi, how are you? Don't mind me, I'll be over here. Ooh. Huh. Haha, I can hide from you over here. That's wonderful. Ooh, that boy hurts. Nope, we're gonna dodge that. And that guy has a lot of health, and he hurts quite a lot. If I can just hang out right here for a moment. Nope, I cannot. Gotta walk away from that. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's hang out over here for a moment. Try and get our health to restore. There we go. Okay, let's run over here for a moment. Run over here for a moment. Okay, we are out of constitution. We need food. Sadly, I don't think there is any down here. That is unfortunate. Okay, it's alright. We'll just pop a potion. Where were we? Shit. Oh, I am out of potions. Well, that is extra unfortunate. I don't suppose there's any potions here. There does not seem to be. We run back to town right quick and grab some goddamn potions. And I am going to cut the music there because that entire 12-hour playlist is done.
Left of my wares.
And that's not cool. Alright, I will look at the rest of that stuff later.
See you around.
Do any of you bastards sell potions? I do not remember.
You must.
You know what? It's probably the person.
The dead attacks have slowed a creature. I need some time to plan our strategy.
Yes, he needs time to plan our strategy. But now I can enter Devil's Crossing.
What do you want?
Not you. What about you? Nope, that was you. So you don't have anything. You're the transmogrifier. Do I have anything in my stash? Potions. No, no potions. Okay. Yes, I do have a lot of silly shit in my stash.
It's safer than me, promise.
Greetings, child.
There.
I am my knowledge of. I'm afraid that I am troubled memories can cloud the mind.
So she can help
Clear your
reset
mind of
our
regrets.
points here. Well, on the bright side, it looks like I got my constitution back. So even though I don't currently have any potions, let's see what happens if we jump back to where we just were, if this guy's fully healed, then we're kind of sunk, but if not, maybe we can duck and dodge him a little bit. Oh, good. There we go. Perfect. Berserker cowl. A shield. Some vital essence. Stuff. We like stuff. So we need more potions. That is absolutely job one that we're after at the moment. There we go. We're going to pick that up real quick. Now when we smack somebody, it's also going to do a little chain lightning, which is wonderful. So, one of the other absolutely awesome things about this, and again, this was from a fairly small developer, if I'm not much mistaken, is that, so I turned in the that other quest, but I haven't really picked up anything new. So there's this guy here, Pharaohs, the Rotted, and there will be a quest in a little bit to kill this guy. But I haven't picked up that quest, you know? I'm running around, I'm exploring things. I'm also running away so I can heal. Don't mind me. Just getting some health. If I go ahead and kill this guy, when I go back to town, when I actually get the quest to kill this guy, one of the options is, I've already done that. Actually, I think the only option other than declining the quest is saying, my guy, I cannot kill this man. I've already done that. How many times do you want me to kill this man? Ooh. There we are. We're going to run in here and get some food ration, which will help restore our constitution. Oh, right. How many, we have 5 pieces of scrap. I believe we end up needing 6, but I could be wrong about that. So we have a whole other great big area to explore. Like there's a random tree trunk somewhere out here in the swamp. I believe it's off on the left-hand side of the map, but farther north. And if you interact with this tree trunk, you will get treasure. Later on, there's a man who, he's been tortured. He's not going to live much longer. And for at least making the attempt to save him, even if that wasn't your primary goal, you just happen to stumble across this guy while you're killing everything else. He says, listen, I've stashed some treasure nearby. I'll tell you where it is. It's buried under this old tree trunk. If you can find it, it's yours. And if you have already found it, then your option is, you know, I've already found the treasure you're speaking of. And his response is something like, I guess I didn't hide it well enough. And then he dies. Like, he's very disheartened that you've already found his super special treasure in his hiding place. But stuff like that, like stuff that even today in big games, like if I go and kill someone and then come back and there's a quest to kill that person, if it's someone that's not going to respawn until such time as I have left the game and restarted it so that everything respawns, I can't do the quest. So this one just having that on by default. Oh, these are fun. But this game just having that on by default is so wonderful. So these are totems. When you click them, bad stuff starts happening. Like fucking spiders. Oh, jeez. Okay. Getting a little hurt here. Yeah, lots of elites all at once. Not good. Shit, that is a lot of fire. There we are, full health. Okay, I managed to get rid of most of them. And I'm out of potions once again. Okay, let's run away from them. If I can get rid of one of them, I can get rid of the others. Of course, now I have 0 constitution with which to do that. There's one. Alright, and that full heals me. That's what we wanted to see. Okay. Down, boy. There we go. All right. So now we have lots and lots and lots of gear, including some blues. We like blues. Blues that I can't carry. Well, would you look at that? Let's use this auto sort feature, and now we can pick up some more stuff. So I have stuff and stuff and some stuff. So there's a decent amount of stuff laying around on the ground. It's all yellow. We're not gonna look at it too much at the moment. Now, what I am gonna do is go into here, into my shaman tree. I'm going to grab Thunderous Strike. Now, I've been avoiding Thunderous Strike for a little bit because it, another 5 and then we'll get that. It does lower the damage on Thunderous Strike. And it reduces, I think that might be the, no, that's, I don't think that's the stump I was after. So it does lower the damage a little bit, but now we can just cast this forever. Thunder for everybody. Also, this quest item, I don't have this quest yet. Seriously, Such an awesome fucking game design. Like, hey, what's this thing? Perhaps it'll be useful later. I should pick it up and take it with me. You know, not, well, I've been killing these things for the past hour, and now I have a quest that says, hey, why don't you go kill these things? And now don't I feel silly? You know, no, I've already been killing these things. I've already got the quest. So as soon as you get the quest for those necklaces, you're just like, oh, do you mean these? They're like, what? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. What the hell, you bastard? So yes, now this has become a game of let's call down all the lightning. Oh, what is this now? Now there is also, how was that opened? I know it was here somewhere. There is a loot filter in this game, and I don't quite remember where it is. Options menu, map window. Wasn't it options? Options, gameplay. No. Well, I guess it's in key binding. Loot filter. Oh. Thank you. Yes, so there is a loot filter. It's not nearly so advanced as it's not nearly as advanced as Last Epoch's loot filter, but my goodness, is it wonderful. So we want physical and lightning damage. Those will be great. We specifically want... No. Yes. Yes. There we go. So now this is specifically going to... show items that increase resistances. Yes. Okay. And now this is going to show... There we go. And Alt is the toggle for showing everything. It's only going to show items which would be, hypothetically, pretty useful to me. Which is, of course, physical damage, lightning damage, shit with resistances. So we are going a little bit far afield here. We're going to run back to town because we do have some quests to pick up back here. Because he wants us to help more of the Alright, it's over here. He wants us to help more of the denizens of Devil's Crossing.
Welcome to my workshop. Rift gates, yes. The ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There is something about you that is attuned to the rift gates, and I intend to replicate it. You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming with residual aether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs. Probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments.
So, because I've already been out and about and collecting them, I could ask where can I find them, or I can just say aether crystals, like these.
Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here, and... Oh my, that's not right. Not at all. That pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3... Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel? Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
So we get a free skill point.
We've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice, Darlet. I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation.
You lost your apprentice?
I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. So, one of the things that I really, really, really wish that more games would implement, especially games like Last Epoch, Diablo 4 seemed to actually be leaning in this direction, where if you have done certain things, now for Diablo 4, it seems to be automatically unlocked account-wide. And that's awesome. You had to play through the game to get to that point. Now for this game, once you've gotten to a certain point, you can buy these merits. And depending where you've gotten to in the game, they will either unlock elite difficulty for you immediately and give you all of the passives that you would have gotten from the lower difficulty. And then you can do it again on Ultimate. So this one here is an Ultimate Merit Stone. And what I can do is I could drag this to my bags. And it will unlock every Rift Gate, every attribute and skill reward, and all of the bags. Because you do unlock more inventory space as you play. So if I were to grab this key, I could drag it over here. And then, bam, I have my bags, I have my skill points, I have my attribute points. And it does make playing through the game again on these lower difficulties a bit easier. And then we have these mandates. Now there are different factions throughout the game. And if I go to the... which one was the factions window? No, it was one of these. There it is. So, I'm currently tolerated with Devil's Crossing. And you get different faction discounts, new quests, access to the faction vendor, the bounty table. You get some faction-specific weapons and armor and blueprints, because of course there's also crafting in this game. And then at the top, you get access to the faction writs, like I have. Faction-specific augments, a new dungeon, more blueprints, more accessories, some faction-specific augments. And, once you've gone through this, because this is a pretty lengthy process, once you've done this, you get access to those writs, which increase the amount of reputation that you gain by 150%. That's amazing. It makes playing back through the game a little bit faster, but you still have to work for it. The Ultimate Stone, you can't just start on Ultimate. Like, you get your ass kicked, because Ultimate enemies, I believe, start at about 50-something. But if I go and if I grab one of these merits here, we slap that in our bag. And then we go, yes. Boom. You may now unlock ultimate difficulty. You now have access to all of these bags. Wonderful. Now, I do like that you get all this extra inventory space, but I hate that it's broken up the way that it is. And then if I come in here and I grab, let's say I want one of these. Nope, I just wanted one, but that's okay. So there we go. So now, when I go into my faction pane, you see this plus sign here, bonus reputation, 150%. I gain rep with them faster. And for all of that, I gain 4 attribute points and 4 skill points. So it's not a huge number. And I don't believe you gain... Yeah, you gain no extra devotions. So, a couple extra skill points here. Hooray, hooray, hurrah. Which we're just going to dump into our shaman tree. And we get some extra skill points here that we're going to dump into our physique. Hooray, hooray, hurrah. And then that's it. That's what we've done. Now, that said, if I back out and go to the... Where's the world map? Where is the world map? I can never remember. Thought that was the world map, but apparently not. Yeah, that's the map window. Oh, because I'm looking at local map, world map. So now I have, I've unlocked all of these rift gates. So if I wanted, I could teleport to here, and shit would kill me. Or I could teleport over here, and shit would kill me. So, like, if I didn't feel like running through all this stuff, like, I think one of my quests is to go to the White Mire. Bam. I can just go there. I don't use that system super often, but I do find it pretty handy. I hear you've been cleaning up out there in the lower crossing. If you're going to keep fighting those bastards, you'll need better equipment than that. Here's something you'll likely never see again in this world, stranger. Something for nothing. Take some iron coin off my hands. I don't need it no more. Why are you helping me? You see, they killed my Annabelle back when the village was first overrun. Ain't nothing gonna bring her back, and if it tries, I'll put a bullet through its skull. I got nothing left but revenge, so I pay good iron to those willing to put down those abominations. Take Pharos, Gilius, and Negan, for instance. Used to all be good men, defenders of the Empire. Now nothing more than shambling fiends stalking the swamplands of Whitemire. Slaughter them. So we've already killed Pharos. Put them in the dirt like they ought to be, and I'll give you some more iron from my stash. So, slay Pharos is already checked off because we already did it. And then let's head over here.
Captain send you over? You must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being devoured in my sleep. I'll need scrap from lower
We've
crossing.
already collected a fair amount. Is this enough?
Impressive. We hadn't had much luck scavenging for supplies on account of the dead swarming lower crossing. We seem to handle them well enough, though. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First glass is on me. Well, good news is, I got the water pumping again. The only problem is, it smells like a sewer. Only about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this rotten since I've cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
How do I get to the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the Slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
You got it, my friend. That seems like something that we will have to take care of next time. So thank you for joining me on the first part of this adventure. I'm sure there will be many more to come. You saw how long it took us just to do kind of the introduction, and we're not even done with that yet. So, thanks for joining, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.